Hi, Jess.
Hey, Holly.
How are you?
Oh, you know, the usual, tired, but happy to be here. How are you?
Tune into the Yucky Mommy podcast.
I'm good.
It's so hot. Like, how is it? May, 19th? Mm-hmm. And I get in my car and it's like 90 plus.
Is this why kids get out of school in Florida earlier than like kids up north?
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
August is so hot, right?
Awful.
But they go back to school earlier.
I feel
a
like,
lot earlier.
I feel like it's getting earlier and earlier every year. Like August 8th, my boys go back to school this year.
August 10th. Yeah.
Which is also weird. Why do they start it on a Wednesday?
Different counties.
Oh, yeah, I guess we're right on county lines. So, yeah, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I'm happy to be here, though. And
I know.
We're filming in a new space right now, and it's
first time.
Yeah.
New
Do you guys hear us better?
We have all the good equipment.
Yeah. We are investing in you guys and in this podcast that we're doing. So,
yeah,
excited.
You just came from a facial, right?
I did. That's why I have a hat on. I was like, I worked out early this morning, which is not a Jessica thing. And I think I've said this before. I'm not a morning person or a night person, but something's got to change because the month of May for me, I've just been like in a funk. There's like a lot of personal stuff going on, like all good stuff, but I did lose my grandma. So dealing with grief is something that's been challenging for me. And last night I kind of had like an epiphany and I was like, listen, I got to do something different. I got to make a change. So I decided to wake up before my kids today at 6 o'clock, even though my kids are early risers, but I got up before them and it makes such a difference. I mean, I hit snooze and I hit snooze again. And I was like, no, I am conquering these feelings of just not feeling like myself, feeling, whatever. So I decided to get up and I did a Peloton workout. I did 3 Peloton workouts, actually. Did a a stretch, a bike, and a arms workout this morning. Yeah, I took a shower, prepared my makeup bag, and then I went and got a facial. It's not really a facial. I mean,
what did you get done? What did you get done?
So not relaxing by any means. It's
also, where did you go?
Okay, so I went to AR Aesthetics here in Tampa, owned by my best friend, and I've never really used her services for facials. Like I'm always there getting, the upkeep, as we ladies know. But I was like, she got a new esthetician. I was like, let me try a facial. So I got the PRX facial. It's like a light, non-invasive peel. But then I put on makeup right after. But this is my second, so you're supposed to do 4. So you can do a laser and kind of get the same results. This is a little bit less invasive than a laser. Doesn't hurt as bad, but it takes 4 sessions and it's tightening and brightening and
nice.
Yeah. I did it last Thursday and I peeled a little bit, like flaked a little bit around my sensitive areas, but I did feel tighter. So I was like,
I want that.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
One of our friends was messaging me like different facials to get. She's like, have you ever heard of this? Have you ever heard of this?
Oh,
and
wait.
I was like,
was it Nadia?
Yeah.
She messaged me too about this one facial and I was like, I need to ask Alexa. I have no idea what that is.
Me either. I said, I don't know.
Something,
yeah.
Right? It was interesting. I don't know what it is. I completely forgot to
ask.
ask
Yeah, I had
today.
no idea.
But I felt good this morning. I worked out, took the kids to school, got Starbucks, and got a facial. So
a little bit taking care of yourself. That's good.
If the mothership is good, as we all know this, like everybody is good. I mean, let's be serious.
I know.
Mean, we know
if we go down,
everybody's down.
Everybody's down. And you were sick last week. You went to California last week.
Yeah. So I've been sick. Like I got sick on the Saturday before I went to California. So like tomorrow will be 2 weeks where I started feeling it. It's going around. But it's literally knocked me down for like 2 weeks. I took antibiotics and then I took like a cough suppressant medicine, whatever. They gave me a Z-Pack and I didn't end up taking the Z-Pack. But then 3 days ago, I was like, I need to take the Z-Pack because I'm still not better. And now today's day 4 of the Z-Pack and starting to feel like myself again.
Yeah. Sebastian came down with like a terrible cough. I think it was
you told me.
Monday or Tuesday night.
Dream.
It's like a croup cough.
Z kind of has something very similar.
So bad. It's so bad.
Like a bark.
And so then they gave him a steroid because we took him to the doctor in the morning.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a fever, nothing. It's just like this nasty cough. And I kind of got what you got prior to that.
Yep.
But I don't really have a cough. And it's bad. But the steroid, I feel like kind of changes his mood. And so this morning I was like, I think I'm just going to give him cough syrup. And like,
I know Zeke has a little bit of a, like at night, it's like a croupy cough. I recorded
it. It's so bad.
It sounds like a bark.
Yes.
But then he doesn't have it throughout the day.
No.
So I'm wondering if I need to take Zeke. But Zeke did this week. Oh my God. He did the allergy test. I don't know if I told you.
No.
Gosh, guys.
But didn't he already have one?
So as mothers, like when it rains, it pours. So Zeke had a test because he's had, my oldest, Zeke, 4, he is allergic to what we have found penicillin and then Cetfinir. So they had to do a test, a skin test, and we thought we were going to be there 4 hours because that's literally what the situation is, right? They like put it on his skin, on his back. Typically there's no reactions. Then they like take a needle on the wrist and they like inject it into the skin. So they do like a skin test and then into the blood. Holly, they put it on his skin on his back. Within 20 seconds, his back completely. Which was better because we weren't going to be there for 4 hours. Now we know what he's really allergic to.
Yeah.
Within 20 seconds. I'll have to show you the video. Yeah. The picture's awful. So, you know.
Oh, yeah, you didn't tell me that.
Crazy, which I was happy you weren't there 4 hours. We were only there 2 hours. But because then they check his vitals, like, because his reaction, she said in 10 years that she's been practicing, that has never happened.
What?
Yeah, that's how bad the allergy is.
Was it the same? Was it up by us? Like where were we?
No, I took him down here in South Tampa. So the allergist that I go to for like food and environmental allergies doesn't do the medication allergy testing. So they referred me to this doctor.
Oh, that's good.
But you know, like as a mom, we wear everything. Especially like you haven't been feeling so hot. I haven't been feeling so hot. So like, why is it that like when dads don't feel good, I saw like, you know, you see TikToks. Let's be serious. Everyone listening here probably knows exactly what we're talking about. It's like the end of the world, right? But like when we're sick, it was like a TikTok of like a dad sick and he's like laying there and then the mom is sick and she's like doing the dishes, so washing clothes, still, like, picking up the kids from school. It's so true though.
No, it's so true. I was sick. I got sick like last week. I did not feel good. I jacked up on medicine because I'm like, who else is going to get the kids to bed? Who else is going to do this and this? And like my husband's great when he is home, but he's just not home a lot.
Right.
But then he was like, the other day, he's like, I don't really feel that good. I was like, yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, just take him some medicine. I'm like, I don't have that much sympathy for you unless you're like really sick, like the flu.
Yeah, we need to go to the hospital. Right. It is true. It's true. I mean, and that's just something that we just always have to realize that like, no matter what, our world does not stop moving.
No.
And
if it does, who's going to pick up
the pieces? Yeah. And, you know, I'm blessed. I have help and we have family around us and all of that. We're lucky to have that. But I had a conversation this morning because I was vulnerable on IG, on Instagram. Yeah, I saw that. And got a lot of feedback. I haven't even read them all yet. But a mom like wrote me and she's like, it's okay to feel this way and admit that you feel this way. And me, like, I just feel like sometimes that makes me feel weak. Like if I'm vulnerable out there, do people really care? I'm just like showing that I'm weak, and that's not. I think that makes us women even stronger to admit that not everybody, because we know our highlight reel on IG is like greatness, but when we're able to admit and face that like life is not perfect, there is ups and downs, but we know that we're strong enough to put it out there and sulk in it. You're allowed to sulk in it.
And sometimes I feel like it makes it better. 1000%. Like and I am the same way. Like when my Nana passed away a few months ago. I didn't really tell anybody, and you were just kind of like, oh, she did, and I was like,
I know, I haven't shared at all
because I just don't. I feel like it shows like a sign of weakness, but at the same time, like after I like had said it and shared it, like a week later,
same.
it kind of helps, but like you don't stop thinking about them, and I still like
grief
cry.
Is weird, right?
It's so weird.
I'm gonna get emotional right now, but grief is. It's weird, especially for someone where I have all 4 of my grandparents. So, I've never had to experience the loss of anyone close to me. Like my mom's great aunt when I was younger. But loss is weird, and it's like, it was her time, and I think that we all find peace in that, and we all can say that
lived a great life.
Right, she was fulfilled. She is up there having a great time with her cats right now, but still processing grief is difficult at whatever. And then do you tell your kids? Like I haven't told my kids. They saw her in March and I haven't
haven't told them?
No, because Zeke a couple weeks ago told my mom that was like, he's like, I think Ita is what we call her, is, you know, she's gonna die soon. He has this weird
kids are like that,
in tune, right? Like he just knew. And she literally passed away the week later. But it was time. My dad is okay. So my dad's mom.
I mean, you'll never not
be okay.
Not think about them. Like they're every day. Like I think about both of my grandmas that passed away.
Yeah.
Like
it's grief is weird, but it's what's weirder is that like life continues. So like you almost feel guilty, but then it's like, how can you honor them in a way, you know? So I haven't really spoke about it on social media because people were like, I didn't even know you were experiencing grief. I'm sorry. And I'll probably make a post about it. But
yeah,
grief is.
I don't think I did for a while, a couple weeks.
Hard. I feel like and
the only reason my kids found out about it, and they don't even, my family lives in Detroit. They live in Michigan. So like, they don't really know them that well.
Right.
But my kids found out because I was like crying.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you have to admit to them, like, why are you upset, mommy? You know?
Yeah. And I'm like, well, this is why. And then like I showed them pictures and like, kind of like,
and then when is the right time? Like at night, I don't want to say it because then they're going to think about it before they go to bed, especially Zeke. Xander.
You just got to do it like in the afternoon, kind of like not make it a big deal.
Sad. Right.
But
let them know. I feel like they deserve to know.
And this happened right before Mother's Day.
Yeah,
pretty much.
This literally happened. So Mother's Day was this past Sunday. So yeah, I was in California. It was a Tuesday. I can't even remember the day of the week, to be honest. I mean, I remember the day of the week, this specific date. It was, I got the call, a text. I was at a work conference and I saw the text come through on my phone, on my watch. My heart like, boom, like it was
dropped.
Like, yes. Yeah. And I ran and then, and then hearing my dad cry, very weird.
When you were growing up, did you really ever see him cry?
Yes. We were very highly in touch with our emotions. Like my dad and I and my mom were all those people, like if we're at a sporting event and a flyover, we cry.
I'm the same way.
We're the same. Like that's just like our family.
Oh my gosh, my eyes will water and you could be like, are you crying?
Yeah, same. That's my family. So I've seen my dad cry, but I've never seen my dad cry with pure sadness. Like
it's always been with like
joy or whatever. Like you're watching the flyover or like or like you're watching a show, but
I'm the same way. My dad's the same way.
Yeah. I love that. I love my dad for that. I think.
What about Xavier? Does he cry? Like in front of the kids or like?
Yes. Like he's like watching something, I remember like when we got married, I was like, you better cry when I walk down that aisle. He did not cry.
No, Nick did. And Nick never cries.
I cried my entire wedding. I'll put a video up. I literally cried. I was like that girl that was like, I do. And he was just like smiling.
I think I did too.
Like, like smiling ear to ear, like the happiest day of his life. And it was the happiest day of my life. But yeah, very like, I'm
I don't think I could get through my vows.
Yeah, no, me neither.
I think I was bawling.
Pretty embarrassing.
But Nick, I have a picture of Nick crying.
Yeah, no, I wish.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I'm raising, our boys to be okay with expressing feeling and all that,
What did you do for Mother's Day?
So we celebrated the day before. So Xavier made a speech at St. Leo University. He was their commencement speaker. So we decided to choose that day to kind of go to the graduation where he spoke. And then we went to dinner in downtown Tampa at an Italian restaurant. It was fun. Poured. Like it was like raining so hard on the Saturday. Right. Yeah. Thank God we got out of the graduation ceremony. It was awful.
It was raining.
And we were on Davis Island, which does not have good.
And for those of you that are listening, when we say like down here, like Jess and I, we
live in the burbs.
We live in the burbs. It's like a 20, 30 minute drive, just depending on where in Tampa you're going.
Yeah.
We live north of Tampa. So me and you come down here for all of our things. So my hair salon is like actually right around the corner from here.
Yeah, I remember you saying
I'm getting my eyebrows done after this.
Oh, good.
So like when you come down here, you make it like a day.
Yeah, for sure.
You make it like a thing.
For sure. I'm going to go to the mall after this.
Yeah. Nick actually surprised me on Mother's Day.
That's right. I was going to ask, you need to tell us what you did. I mean, you went to the best of the best, and I'm like really impressed with Nick's, I don't even know, like
planning.
Yeah. Being advantageous and like planning this, because I looked 3 weeks before and I could not get a reservation. So I don't know. Who did he pay off?
I don't know how he got this reservation, but he must have booked it a while ago.
Yeah.
As soon as I probably said, yeah, Mother's Day is, he probably was like, oh shoot. I better do something. This.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I woke up in the morning. Bianca is, she's my sassy one, but she actually came into my room and was like, oh, Mommy, I love you. And like hugged me. Yeah, and then they brought me gifts in bed. That's kind of like our thing. Yeah, we always like bring gifts in bed.
Yeah, I love it.
Open up our gifts. I literally told him what I wanted, so I got exactly what I wanted. That's even the way to go. You can't. I've learned in the last.
Some husbands are really good at it. 7 years. Okay, my husband is not one of those. So
my husband needs to be told what.
Yeah, I should just. I sometimes just buy it for myself, but
no, I don't know. I sent him links.
Yeah, of course,
I sent him links. I was like, "This is what I want. Perfect. Buy it for me."
Yeah,
and that's what I got. And then he was like, "We are going to Oxford Exchange, which is like this really cute, great food." Place. Oh, such a great place to go for Mother's Day
spot.
Yeah. And they had like the Mother's Day menu and like these little cards that the kids could write on, but my kids were a little young. to do that. And then it was just so cute, like Mother's Day quotes.
Love it.
Loved it. But funny thing, you know, he won a little bit, but then I was like, "Whoa, did you tell their tennis coach, because they have tennis on Sunday mornings?"
That's right.
It's like, "Did you tell tennis coach that we weren't going to be able to come because if you book the brunch for 11, like we're still going to be at tennis?" He's like, "Oh shoot, I forgot." I'm like, "Of course you did. It's okay." I was actually shocked though. I was like, "You got a reservation?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah." I was like,
Yeah, right.
How?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so we went to tennis because if you cancel last minute, you still have to pay. I was like, "We're going to tennis." And so then he's like, "It's fine. We'll figure it out. I'm sure they'll let us in." We show up like 30 minutes late to our reservation.
Yeah, on Mother's Day to like the hottest place in Tampa, the best place in Tampa.
And he walks in first. He's like, "Well, let me go check. Let me go see." He walks in and he told me later, he texted me. He's like, "Hey, I got a table," within like 2 minutes. I was like, "Great, perfect."
Yeah.
There was like a cute little flower shop out there.
Oh, yeah. I saw your post.
And then after that, we were going to go to my friend's house just for like a pool day because it was so hot out and I haven't seen her in so long. And so we go in, had a great brunch, but later that night, he was like, I was like, "So, like, what did they say when you went to the stand?" Like, they were just like, okay with you, like, walking in? And he was like, "Well, you know, no, not really, but I just was like really nice and I slipped her $20 and she let me go."
Whatever money talks, honey.
And I think he got that from like one of our friends that has done that before.
Yeah, of course,
that he's been with. And I mean, listen, yeah, we were really late, but he had a reservation.
Yeah, he had a reservation.
And honestly, even if we wouldn't be able to get in, I would have been like so happy either way because he actually, that's what we like. We like the initiative.
Let's be serious.
Like, we like when a man makes a plan. Like, that's all I want.
A man that makes a plan. Let's put that on a shirt. We all want a man that makes a plan.
Man with a plan.
1,000%. I mean,
just make the plans.
Initiate it. Be
Think
cognizant of the fact.
Creative.
Yes. I get on Xavier all the time because I'm a planner. And I understand.
Yeah.
It's my nature. That's just the way that I am. I love birthdays. I love holidays. I share my birthday typically with Father's Day. So I always, lucky me. But like, I am like a planner where Xavier, if the wind blows right, he's going right, you know? But
is
like,
it a man thing or is it like a,
I don't know, I'm sure there's some men out there that
they plan.
For sure. And there's some women who don't plan. So
Nick doesn't plan.
Neither does mine. So
ever.
Yeah. If you have a husband who plans, like, let us know.
And you know what? This is also a conversation that Nick and I have. He's like, "Well, I think that it, you know, like you just want it to be expensive. You want it to be," I'm like, "No, I want you to plan it. You can make a picnic basket.
I know.
Take it, plan it, be like, hey, we're going to go somewhere cute. Bring some flowers and set up like a picnic on the beach and I would be happy."
Well, Xavier says Xavier says I don't give him a chance. That's his excuse. I was like, don't
because you're such a planner.
Yeah, don't allow me to have the chance. And I love surprises. He doesn't like surprise. Like, I love surprises. Like, he does. He has made the initiative. I'm thinking of, like, we live downtown and here in Tampa. And he's like, "We're going to go to dinner and we're going on a staycation, but I'm not going to tell you where we're going to stay." So I was like, okay. So after dinner, we went to, I don't even know what the name of the place was now. It was on Rocky Point. It was some Italian restaurant. It was good. And he's like, "All right, now we're going to go to staycation, but we need to cover your eyes." And I was like, okay. So he like drove like from Rocky Point back to downtown and he like kept driving in circles. I didn't know that he was driving in circles. We were literally 2 blocks from our apartment and we like stayed at the Le Meridian downtown, which was literally 2 blocks. So I'm like thinking like he has taken initiative before.
That's cute.
And I love surprises, but like that was 10 years ago, Xavier. Like that was 10 years ago.
Before
like,
kids.
Yeah. Like this is when we need it the most, you know?
I know.
I don't know how we change that or how we can like send any more hints, but
I know.
It's all
Zeke's birthday is coming up. You like to plan.
Yeah.
So you have like Gemini. Wait, is he a Gemini?
I'm a Gemini. My mom is a Gemini. Zeke is a Gemini. And then I have a Leo and a Virgo.
Right.
All of our birthdays are like stacked up. But yeah, Zeke is turning 5 on June 5th. So it's his golden birthday. And Zeke is
he's gonna be 5.
I know. And he is the one that always kind of gets shafted when it comes to birthdays. So his first birthday was mega huge. We had a fiesta. It was massive. And then second birthday, didn't do much for it. Didn't like, I don't even remember what we did for it. Oh, I think it was COVID. Yeah, COVID, because he was 2019 was first. Second was 2020. We went to my parents. We did a little something. Third birthday, I was so pregnant, but I took him to Disney. And then last year was kind of like a last minute.
Cool.
This year, I am going all out. He's
At the
going
pool.
to die. Yeah, our pool in our neighborhood.
Tell them what you hired.
So he's like a Jurassic Park dino lover, but he also told me that for his 5th birthday that he wanted to go on a boys trip to the Bahamas.
Oh my gosh.
Because he watches Fun Squad.
So
Shout
funny.
out to you, Fun Squad. Thank you.
Fun Squad.
Yeah. And he loves it. But I was like, listen, that's for your 25th birthday. But he did not let it live down. Like, oh, I want to go to the Bahamas. I'm like, we're not going to the Bahamas. Like, we're going to London. We're going to Paris. We're doing all this stuff. So basically, I'm merging Jurassic Park and the Bahamas together. So we're going to have like a at the
Super
pool.
cute.
So he loves Jurassic Park. So there's a company here that in Tampa that has these dinosaurs that are 7 feet tall. So it's like this dino handler that's coming with this 7-foot dino that looks very real. I'm sure there's some kids are going to be freaked out. And then baby raptors that they
That's
like hold.
so
Yeah,
cute.
so it's going to be at the pool and they're going to play games and
That's
do
so
all that.
cute.
And they'll go in the pool. But I'm having like big balloon arch. I'm doing a tower for the gifts. I'm doing his name in like dino letters.
And
I don't
that's
even
in
know.
like 2 weeks?
Yeah, so we're doing it the day after his birthday because Xavier is working college baseball regionals. And if the games go game 5, which Xavier has the worst luck, it's always going to go to game 5. He will be gone on on Zeke's birthday. So we're doing it on a Tuesday, which all the moms are like so happy. Like, oh, summer.
Oh, it's great.
I need something to do on
Yeah.
a Tuesday. So
Great.
yeah, so his birthday is coming up. And for my birthday, we're probably going to do nothing because I think Xavier's working.
And I'm going to be gone.
I know. But
That's
it's okay.
okay.
It's a birthday. Next year, I'm planning. So maybe if you're going to be in Europe, I'm just going to have to do my birthday in Europe next year
Great.
for 35. So,
Great.
and bring everyone.
Do you have a yucky mommy moment from this week that you can think of?
Oh, let me think. Do you want to go first?
So every week we're going to do yucky mommy moments.
Yep.
This could be like an actual yucky mommy moment of like, oh, I messed up. Or I actually have a couple, but I think I'm going to make it quick.
Mhm.
Recently this week, so Sebastian's been waking up. He wakes up so early. And I don't
You're
know.
preaching to the choir. Okay?
And I don't know if you heard, but like in the state of Florida now, like they're changing all of the times of school
your
across
school-
the
Your
board,
school's going to be.
starting so late. And I'm like,
What do you
I
do
can't
for
do
those
this.
hours?
No, like this is too late. So he wakes up really early and we have a hatch, a sound machine, sound machine
With
and
colors?
with the colors.
Yeah, we do that. Does that work for you? Because it does not work for my kids.
So this is the first time, like we've always used it
Right,
for like sound,
but
but
not, like,
this
the
is the
program.
first time that I'm like, hey, you can't wake up at 5.
until this light is a certain color.
You can't,
Yep.
we can't be doing
I
that.
know.
And now he's old enough that he gets up, he turns on the TV. He gets up, he gets his iPad. He gets up, he gets something until we all get up. So I told him, I said, this is going to be red. And when it turns green,
You can get up.
you can get up.
Yep.
So we've been doing it, implementing the last couple days.
And
he got so upset with me the first day.
he was just
woke
sitting there
up-
just
no.
staring.
He came into my room. I've been taking the iPads, putting it next to my bed.
Good.
TV remotes by my bed. Nintendo by
'Cause
my
summer's
bed.
coming up. What are we gonna do?
And if he comes by me and I will wake up, I will hear him.
Of course.
But he's such a good kid too that
Yeah.
he like wakes me up. He's like, "Mommy, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
But the first morning we started it, he was like, "Well," I was like, "Well, it hasn't gone green yet."
Yep.
And he's like, "Okay, well, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do?" I'm like, "I don't know. Lay there.
Yep.
Like just lay there, or lay with me, or lay with your dad. Like I don't know, but you're not getting it
To
until
start your day.
6:30.
Yeah. That's the
can
time
have
I
it
have. I have
at
mine at
6:30.
6:30. Same.
He was waking up way too early.
Yes,
Like in the middle of the night one night, he woke up and Nick heard him and got up and was like, it was like 3 a.m., but he doesn't know.
Of course, no concept of time.
No concept of time. And I was like, okay, this is it. And he was very upset. Like he was mad.
Angry.
He's like, yeah.
I know.
I'm sick of it.
I know.
I'm sick of it. And summer's coming up.
I know. I can't.
You're
I
not
can't.
getting the iPad or anything until this light
green.
turns green.
Yeah. At 6:30 is reasonable. Come on.
I know.
I've been doing the same thing. I let the kids pick their color. So I was like, you
Okay.
get to pick your color. You know,
That's
so Zeke
cute.
is like white when he's sleeping and teal. He likes teal. So teal when he wakes up, and Xander's like whatever colors you want. So
Yeah.
blue when he's sleeping and yellow. But they still wake up so early. But today, like I'm okay with 6:15.
Yeah.
But
like
they get
before 6?
No.
No. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. So my yucky moment, mommy moment is the iPad situation. So I've been feeling that like when Xavier's gone, we give the iPad a lot.
Yeah.
One, because it's really hot outside. So they go home from school, right?
They can't
And
go outside.
They want to go outside. And I'm like, I don't want to go outside.
No.
It's hot.
Like you need at least an hour buffer before they
Right,
can go outside.
Yeah. So I've been giving the iPad a lot. And I realize when I give iPad a lot, behavior is
Bad.
And it's more so with Zeke. Zeke is like, and I'm trying to, like, he's about to be 5. They understand. Like, so I've been having to hold true to, if you don't listen, you don't get the iPad. If you don't sleep through the night, when you wake up in the morning, because my mom gives them the iPad for breakfast. So typically my kids are eaters with the tablet.
Yeah.
And it's tough though, but like balancing, and then it makes me feel, because when Xavier's there, he's really strict with the iPad. So like, you're not allowed to have the iPad until you take 3 bites. Like it's, because they just sit there.
No, I agree.
Like
and they don't pay attention.
No, and
Bianca's the same way. I'm like, you have to eat. I'm going to take it away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So it makes me feel yucky in a sense, but then again, like, I have 3 kids. Like, I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Trying to live.
And this morning, like, Zuri actually woke up at 7:30. So it makes it so much easier in the morning because Zuri is needy. She's little.
She's small.
Not even 2. And, you know, so, like, I feel yucky in a sense that sometimes, like, I saw a meme on Mother's Day and it was like, Happy Mother's Day to you. And it was the iPad. And I was like, oh, my God.
Or I saw one where it was like, and I mean, we didn't really have this issue because we weren't home, but it was like all the things that did not get done on Mother's Day is now waiting for you the very next day.
It's so true.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily that it makes us feel yucky, but like it's just, can hard. I be doing more?
Yeah. I mean, but at the same time, it just goes in waves.
I know, it does.
That's kind of where I'm at with it too. Does.
But like the iPad's going to be our savior when we both go to Europe.
Oh, yeah. Plane. I was thinking about that. My son literally will not get off the iPad. We go on like 13-hour flight to Sweden. He does not get off the iPad until I make him.
I know.
Because I'm like, you have to sleep.
But then you think when they're, I think like, okay, our flight to Europe this summer is at 11 p.m. I'm hoping they're going to be sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
But let's be serious. When we're in Europe, they probably won't be on their iPads like at all.
We're
going to be on the go, hopefully, you know. But gosh, those iPads, I love you and I hate you. That could be a whole
love-hate relationship.
This could literally be a whole podcast.
I know. All right, before we wrap up, I think what I want to leave this question with is because we were talking about the kids getting sick. I don't know, like my kids, Sebastian is his first year of like full school, kindergarten, has gotten sick so much. And so I am just kind of like, is this going to be good for him when he gets older? Because when I got older, I got super sick all the time.
Yeah, I know.
And now I'm just kind of wondering, like, for the parents out there and the mothers out there listening to older children now,
does it go away?
Does it actually help, like them being exposed to so many germs and getting sick so much as young people? Do they eventually have a strong immune system?
It's funny that you're saying that because you made the decision to, Xander has adenoids and tonsil situation. So we're making that decision to do that. And everybody says it's because, trust me, when they get older, it's going to be better for him. Beneficial. So obviously that's an extreme case, but yeah, it's so true. I don't remember being sick as much. And also like well, you had your sister. I had my brother was 6 years older than me. So we weren't like necessarily all around, but like when it travels to one, it travels to all of them.
Yeah. There's a mom that just went through this and it's like the worst. Like it's better if they just get sick together.
1000% rather than 3 months.
Yes. No. Like a whole, the whole thing.
And let's be blessed. Let's think about it. Like they're getting sick now. If they got sick now, you know, because we're going summer's about to start.
But then, you know, fall comes around and then they get sick on their birthdays because my kids are fall birthdays and they always get sick on their birthdays.
I know.
It's just like, I'm hoping that all of this is going to be worth it. But I just know when I was in high school, I was sick all the time.
I had mono in high school.
Same. After high school, but it was like the worst.
On my butt. I was on my butt. I remember.
So I'm just hoping my son's just been sick so much this year. Finally, last week of school, I'm hoping that we kick this cough and we're good for the summer.
But I know.
I also am just wondering, like, to the parents out there, to older children now,
tell us it gets better.
Please.
Yeah.
All right, Jess.
All right. Well, make sure you follow us on social media at the Yucky Mommy Pod on Instagram. And then my personal handle is jessica.n.scruggs on IG.
And mine is Holly Lindy. A little play on the name.
Thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you next week.
Our mom